Cheers to 2026 and to the future of the podcast.
Yes.
Cheers to you as well. Sticking around, 302 subscribers. Let's get a round of applause. Welcome back to the Killer Media Podcast, your home for all things horror, entertainment, and movie reviews. In the new year, this is 2026 when you're watching it.
Not for us.
Yeah, we're still back in time. We time traveled back. We're still in 2025. We got a fun episode. At the beginning of this year, we rattled off our anticipated films of the year, and we said we were going to rank every movie we saw in 2025, and rank them down all the way from number 1 to whatever we got list-wise.
I think some of the movies on this list weren't included in that because at the time, I don't think there was a trailer for some of these movies. They weren't revealed.
And we kind of maybe forgot about them. There's a lot of like hidden smaller films here, but there are some big hitters, and we did miss a decent amount of like bigger films, like FNAF 2. We didn't see it.
Yeah, we did not.
Together, we didn't see it. Some of the bigger films.
Together, I actually would have loved to see. Yeah. Not gonna lie.
So we didn't see every single movie, but we saw the ones we wanted to see.
Yeah,
we can put it that way.
Yeah,
So next year we'll do better. We'll see every single film that comes out, pointing it. We'll go through that.
New Year's resolution for Tim.
Yeah,
watch the point,
and see every film that comes out in 2026. Every genre, every film in IMAX.
Okay,
all right.
Not all of them are gonna be in IMAX.
I can make a phone call.
Jeff Bezos.
I'll make a phone call.
Call Jeff Bezos.
Best Jeff Bezos. Anyway, whatever. Before we do that, we'll cheers to the New Year's, just like last year. We got together. We got a nice bottle of larceny here. So
don't actually commit this though.
Yeah, don't commit larceny. Only drink it. So this is mainly Nick's bottle. He's gonna keep this. So if you want to crack it open and pour it out, we'll do that.
Hands are sweaty. I'm gonna look like a fool. How does it open?
I was gonna take 20 minutes now for him opening this.
See, I see a little indent.
If this takes longer than 20 seconds,
no, it's not. See, I see how it's supposed to open.
All right.
They made it nice because you could still have the little keys on there, and then
you go. Oh, that was a weak pump. Do that again.
That was just the way that it.
We need a.
That's just the way that the bottle was designed.
You just got to really rip it off. Like
it's very easy to rip off,
like a Band-Aid.
No, I'm being.
That's better.
The cork on this was not like suctioned inside.
Oh, that has a good aroma.
Wouldn't know.
I smell the caramel. Oh yeah, that's gonna be exciting. Also, we have merch. Look at these mugs. We have merch. Killer Media Podcast mugs. We're on the air.
Not actually official merch.
Not for you to buy for us. Speaking of the stuff, you forgot to bring the on-air sign.
Nah, it's all right. That's for
the new year.
The actual.
What is
new year?
Year?
No.
This is prepping.
This for us to prep.
For us in the new. All right, are you done? You done? The cork's gonna break off and fall in there, and then get ruined.
That'd be funny.
And then all that money wasted. And then stay tuned for. I don't know right now when that episode will come out, but it's my birthday coming up. We will have another one to try.
Yeah.
I still have to get it. I haven't got it yet. So we'll do that. So I don't know. Do you want to pour your own? Do you want to pour them both? How do you want to run it?
Pour the both.
You'll pour them both? All right. Whoa. Sounded heavy. I'm going to sip it through the whole episode. I'm not doing a shot. So.
You could always pour more.
We could. But I want to enjoy it, Yeah. Nice. It's got a good aroma. Some of us can't tell. Just for the sake of...
These boots were made for walking.
Just for the sake of focusing issues that we may or may not have, I'm going to...
Yeah, so sorry in advance if there are any focusing issues. For some reason, this camera...
slipped.
It was poured that on?
No, it slipped, and then when I kind of dropped it, but it's fine. Oh. It survived. I think
That's all
that
right
matters. We tested it, and it was fine. We got new mics. Cheers to 2026 and to the future of the podcast.
Yes.
Cheers to you as well. Sticking around, 302 subscribers. Let's get a round of applause. Yeah. Leo, cheers to you. Going in. It's pretty smooth. Like no burn. It's a little burn.
Oh, that's a nice taste.
It is. Little burn, not big burn. You have to. That's how you taste. Yeah, that's good.
I feel it going down.
What was this, 50 proof?
62%. I don't know, 125 proof? No, this is 125 bottle.
Is this the one that didn't say? It has to say. Oh, 62% alcohol. All right. So double that, and that's the proof. Okay.
Yeah, not a bad one.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
A good one.
That's pretty smooth.
Yeah, we did a good pick.
We did a good pick. We had a bottle that was like $100.
We spent, I think, 20 minutes.
More than that.
Probably 20 minutes in that store, more than that.
More than that.
Looking at which bottle.
Yeah.
Because this was an important bottle that we needed.
It was. And this is an important episode. So if everything's ruined, it's all ruined.
Yeah. We have to get a new bottle.
We're taking a big risk by putting it back on autofocus. So we can show you stuff, even though a lot of the frame is in focus. So I don't know how that worked, but anyway, you get the idea. It's gonna work. We never had issues before except twice.
Yeah.
So.
But knock on wood.
There's no wood over here. This is metal.
There's no wood.
This is slate. Anyway, so yeah, so we can start by telling you what to expect, I guess, from the launch and release of this episode. Going forward, we will release every other week. We'll release bi-weekly. We tried every single week this past year, and it kind of worked. But at the end of the year, our lives caught up to us.
Oh yeah,
it's a lot of movies every single week, so we're gonna break it up.
At a certain point, we wanted to see like a movie every week, but we just were not able to.
Yeah, obviously during the holidays, things get really busy.
Even busier.
So the goal is to spend more time putting together each episode with the editing process to give you higher quality, more focused content, other than just what are we going to do this week. So we have time to plan out what we're going to do. Yeah. Hopefully that'll show in the episodes going forward.
Yeah.
So look forward to that.
And appreciation for everyone who does continue to watch our episodes.
Yes, we appreciate all of you. Please leave feedback down below of what you like to see, what you don't like to see. What do you want to see? We want to hear that.
With that being said, we now have 300 subs.
302.
300, over 3. That was our goal by the end of this year. And without you guys, we wouldn't have been able to make that.
Yeah.
So we really appreciate you guys for getting us there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we want to, congratulate all the giveaway winners. We had a few giveaways this year. A lot of them, actually. Like 3 or 4, maybe. So that was fun to do. We will do more of those, depending on if it's through us, through another company, through us. We did one through ZombieCon. We did one through Love, Death, Eat, Repeat. They have a new issue coming out in February on Valentine's Day. So there will be a review for that. And then I guess because we're doing bi-weekly now, each episode might contain 1 or more movie reviews if we want to keep things relevant.
Yeah.
We might stick them in multiple stuff. So.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessary, depending on which movie it is, for us to kind of spend a lot of time on too many movies. I think it's not necessary unless there's movies that we do a whole episode of, and then that episode is just for that. But overall, if we're going to review multiple movies, we're not going to spend too much time. At the same time as well, we might not focus on spoilers, just so it can be easier for you guys to be able to watch the movies yourselves.
Right.
In other forms, we might be able to do more detailed reviews. That would definitely be saved for like a specific episode.
Yeah, we'll have like formatted episodes for multiple reviews, 10 minutes each, let's say, just throwing a number out there. Or if a movie's like really good, we can spend like half an episode on that if there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
So we can do that. And then maybe for a TV show, maybe it's best to briefly talk about it, but mainly do the review after it's completely out.
Yeah, instead of doing like the way that how long our episodes are set up, it's kind of hard to do each episode, and that might not also line up, especially if we're gonna do bi-weekly episodes posted.
Right.
If a show releases episodes weekly, it'd be like more like 2 episodes in that. But I think we can briefly touch upon each episode.
Yeah,
but not go in depth.
We'll work out all the kinks.
Yeah,
we'll get it nice. So that's for us to worry about, for you to enjoy.
Yeah, this is just an idea and what to expect.
Right. So with that being said, look forward to the new year. We're excited to keep it going. We are not slowing down. We will continue to push out episodes with better quality. So now we can move ahead just to touch upon the big movies coming out in 2026. What can we look forward to? What can you look forward to us reviewing if you are hesitant on seeing movies? What do we got? So these are just the biggest ones. There's plenty more, obviously. But we got Scream 7, obviously, which honestly can be hit or miss. Kind of seems kind of like nostalgia bait, kind of what Marvel's doing in a way with all the characters coming back. But I'm still optimistic that it could be a good story. Hopefully they do it justice.
I'm still disappointed with not continuing the past storyline with all that happened. I'm not going to get into details, but it's just, it's disappointing. And I'm hoping that these trailers aren't just for cash grab on like prior nostalgia and stuff. I'm a little optimistic because I do like the Scream franchise and the commentary that it has on media. So in a way, it kind of says something about it, but at the same time, I don't want to cash grab.
Yeah, there needs to be a good story. And there's a good chance because the writer of the first film is directing this. So he has an idea of what made that film so successful because he wrote it. Obviously, directing also plays a big part in it. So we will see. There's a few here that I just absolutely can't wait for. One of them is 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple.
Oh, yeah.
Which comes out in a few weeks now. I think January.
Really, it feels so
January 20 something.
like forever.
Right?
Just because 28 Years Later released at the beginning of this year. It was like, okay.
Well, do you know why it's coming out in January?
They worked side by side with them, I'm pretty sure, didn't they?
Right, but the main reason, this film comes out 28 weeks later than the first one.
Oh.
Exactly 28 weeks.
Okay.
Right? Isn't that pretty cool? So that
Good thing that it is a downside because I think January is like a slow movie thing.
January is
slow for movies. Yeah, so they're very bold for putting this.
Yeah. However, the early reviews say it's brutal as hell and it's better than the first one.
Not that I didn't like the first. I'm going to refer to 28 Years Later as the first film because this is kind of like a new trilogy. So for the first film, 28 Years, not as brutal as I thought it was going to be. Still brutal, but for them to say this is going to be brutal, hopefully that lives up.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. We got Evil Dead Burn. I don't know if that's.
I'm excited for that one.
Don't know if that's continuing the story from Rise, if it's completely separate, or if it's. I don't know what's going on there. There's no really trailer to give us a synopsis, but it's got burn in the title. I assume there'll be a lot of fire.
Hopefully,
or maybe they go to hell. Who knows? And it's rumored that Ash will be back, I guess, or in some capacity in a future film. Like, what's his name? Bruce Campbell said he's coming back. Although he said he will never come back. It's been hinted now that he might. So
I've noticed that a lot about actors. They say that they won't be back. I know Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
Till you're 90.
Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans for Doomsday.
It's all money.
It's either also money, but I mean, I'm sure some of the actors have a thought in their mind that like they think a character's done. And the only way that they will come back is if they think that the way that this character, that they can make this character different or better is suitable. So it's not, I don't think it's always just about money. It definitely is for sure. Because I mean, I'm sure the way that they may work on those films, it could be pretty taxing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
With the way that they do it,
100%. Terrifier 4 is coming out, which, you know, again, could be hit or miss. So far, they all been a hit for, you know, some people. Ready or Not 2, never saw the first one, but apparently this is getting a lot of hype for Ready or Not 2.
Yeah, I did not see the first one either.
I think, honestly, my most anticipated is The Backrooms. That just has the opportunity to be so wild and different, and especially because it's the kid who made the game is directing it.
I hope they just kind of keep it grounded, because I know a lot of criticism with The Backrooms is it started off with just the back rooms, but then they kind of expanded on the lore. All the lore is kind of like weird and crazy. There's a bunch of different rooms and stuff, which I kind of agree with. It kind of gets a little hectic. There's too much lore. Kind of keep it grounded. So hopefully it's not like too crazy, but I'm not going to expect them not to do that just because that type of stuff is pretty popular.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be fun to watch like this live action.
Right.
Backrooms.
Keep the new stuff for like sequels if you do it. Yeah, we got The Bride, which is The Bride of Frankenstein with Christian Bale as Frankenstein. And I forgot who's the bride. It's a big actress.
I do not know.
Damn. It's there, but
It's there.
it kind of looks goofy, but you know, it's one of those Frankenstein movies.
And Christian Bale, I mean, take it wrong.
And he's Frankenstein.
I could see this being a good film.
Yeah. It seems like a fun action kind of film. We got Return to Silent Hill. Again, could be easily the worst of the year.
This is why I highly anticipated, even though I'm kind of skeptical, but I just really love this franchise in general. So I'll have somewhat not somewhat good expectations, but I'm not going to have super high expectations. But keep the bar a little bit low because I know it's not going to be as great as the original game and the remake.
Mm-hmm. We got Werewolf, which is Robert Eggers' new film. Sorry, I forgot it. Coming off hot with Nosferatu, he's coming out with a werewolf film now. Can't wait for that. With his directing style, whoa.
He's going to wolf out.
It's going to wolf out, and it's going to be a bloody mess. So can't wait for that. Also, we got Zach Kreger's Resident Evil film. Again, another one of the video game adaptations.
And the video game is going to be coming out.
And the video game.
So
yeah, it's a big year for
pretty good year for Resident Evil.
Mm-hmm. So looking forward to that. And then lastly, of the bigger ones, if I forgot some, let us know. Scary Movie 6. Back to the horror comedies. Really looking forward to this to see what they can do. And I'm sure they already said it, but they're going to push the boundaries. There's no political correctness. They're just, everybody's a victim. They're not holding back anywhere.
As it should be.
And hopefully they stay true to that because that's what makes everything so.
Everyone sucks. So everybody gets a piece of the pie of getting shit on.
Exactly. And the movies they're going to make fun of, I think the new the new Halloween trilogy is definitely one of them. Scream is definitely one of them. It's confirmed that the Ghostface Doofy will be back.
Good.
So a lot of the returning characters are coming back. So that should be fun and entertaining. So we can't wait for that. And yeah, those are the movies to look forward to are anticipated for 2026.
Let us know if you share the same opinions on our top movies for 2026 coming out.
Yeah. All right. So now we're going to jump into all the films we have seen in 2025. I have 31.
I have 24.
So we will jump into it. How do we want to do it again? Do we want to go back and forth or just one at a time, go through it, and then you go through it? How do you want to work?
I think going off, so like depending on if I go first, starting from 24 to top, and then you from.
So we'll take turns.
Just take turns.
Okay. Do you want me to go first, or when you go first?
I'll let you go first.
All right. So for mine, for some of these movies I might give a brief sentence, but for the most of them, I'm just going to go all the way down from 31 to 10. Then from the top 10 down, I'll talk more about them because those are the main ones that matter. You can account these below 10 as maybe like honorable mentions, whatever. I do have some actual honorable mentions, though, for films that came out not in 2025, but I saw them in 2025. So
for the first time.
Yeah. So Ty West's X trilogy, X Pearl, and Maxine.
I've only seen X, so I didn't see those two others.
So I saw all three of them. So my ranking of those is Pearl's first, then X, then Maxine. Now, some people have X, Maxine, Pearl. But I really love the backstory of why the killer in the first one, because it's her backstory.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. Like, the story kind of lines up exactly how it is. They play on how they're basically the same character, Pearl and Maxine, like, because it's the same actress. So they have the same history and stuff. So the way they tie that in, the way they explain why she became such like a terrible villain, it was really cool to see. The cinematography is awesome. It's fantastic. So those are my ranking of those. And then TV honorable mentions, I have Welcome to Derry.
Oh, yeah.
TV show. That's up there.
Not a movie, but it still deserves its own right.
Yeah. And then honorable mention for the worst thing is Stranger Things Season 5. I had put in it so far. We'll see what the finale brings. As of releasing this, it's been out already, so we have an opinion. So far, it's not looking good. So, all right. So from 31, dead last, I have World of Worlds, 2025, directed by Rich Lee.
That should be all the way at the top. What are you talking about?
I did say it was number one.
No,
I joked about it.
Yeah,
this movie's actually awful. It's like not a movie. It's just thrown together scenes of Ice Cube looking at a computer and making weird gestures. It's really bad. 30, we have The Presence.
Oh,
you know our opinions on The Presence.
I didn't have that, and didn't see that in the list.
You gotta put it in. It's near the bottom.
It is. So not really.
Yeah. That's directed by Steven Soderbergh. Then we have 29. I have Him. Again, you probably saw our episode on that. This film was a major disappointment just because obviously it wasn't directed by Jordan Peele, but they marketed it that he had a big presence in the film. I don't think he did. This film is a whole lot of nothing. It's just very pretty to look at, basically. And that's directed by Justin Tipping. 28, we have Hell House Lineage, directed by Stephen Cognetti. 27, I Know What You Did Last Summer. Terrible film. Directed by Jennifer Caitlin Robinson. 26, we have Fear Street Prom Queen, directed by Matt Palmer. We have Popeye the Slayer Man, directed by Robert Michael Ryan. This is a fun film. Very entertaining, but obviously it has other films here, it's not that great, but it's very fun to watch. Then we have Screamboat, directed by Stephen Lamort. Then we have 23. We have Bad Things, directed by Anthony Thornton Hopewood. This is the company that reached out to us to to review their film. Then we have 22. We have Woman in the Yard, directed by Wam Colette Serra. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. This movie actually did surprise me. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than it was. I hated the ending because I think the message, it's the wrong message to tell somebody because it's weird. It didn't come off right, but it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. 21, we have Wolfman, directed by Lee Winnell. Another major disappointment, but the cinematography and the cool scenery they have in here made up for some of the story elements. 20, we have ZombieCon Volume 1, directed by Kyle Valley. We have 19, Until Dawn, directed by David F. Sandberg. At 18, I have Dangerous Animals, directed by Sean Bryan. So this film also surprised me.
As you said, I have not watched this.
A lot of the shark films that come out are typically not that great. Obviously, we have Jaws and Deep Blue Sea as like the two, like the main shark films. This one definitely deserves either that 2 or 3 spot. It was very well done. It's not purely about sharks. It's about predators and how this human is also kind of like a shark and how he hunts people. Like, it was well done. It was well shot, well acted. And the main villain is Captain Boomerang in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
The Australian guy.
I like him.
So he's very, he's a funny villain.
Shy Courtney.
Yeah. It was very well done. I highly recommend that film.
Jai, it's either Jai or Shy. I'm getting that confused.
Yeah, it's one of them.
I know his last name is Courtney.
Yeah, correct us.
Correct us.
At 17, we have Heart Eyes, directed by Josh Rubin. 16, I have Clown in the Cornfield, directed by Eli Craig. 15, I have Drop. Christopher Landon directed this. 14, I have The Monkey, directed by Osgood Perkins. This was a fun film, just pure bloodshed.
Yeah.
Not a lot of story, but just pure carnage, which, we like carnage. 13, I have Death of a Unicorn, directed by Alex Sharfman. Sorry for that pronunciation. Definitely wrong. 12, I have Conjuring Last Rites, directed by Michael Chavez, or Chaves. Then 11, just missed the top 10. I have Final Destination Bloodlines, directed by Zach Lipovsky and Adam Stein. Now jumping into the top 10. Surprisingly, this surprised me too. Silent Night, Deadly Night 2025, directed by Mike P. Nelson, has cracked the top 10. This is a very good film. It's more serious than the original, so it feels more like a film. They switched up the genre, not the genre, but they switched up the story to make it a more in-depth story of how he got why he is.
Yeah.
Why he's killing people. He has a motive now. It was tied in nicely. Number 9, Predator Badlands. Yes, we did like this film, but we didn't like certain aspects. But overall, we liked the film.
We can have that.
We can have nuance.
We can like a movie a lot and still critique it.
Yes. Sorry. Some of you won't know, but if you know, you know. We know. Then at number 8, just beating Predator Badlands, I have Predator Killer of Killers, also directed by Dan Trachtenberg. This was the Hulu original, the animated Predator film. Fantastic film. We have Companion coming at number 7, directed by Drew Hancock. A January film that didn't suck.
See, not that I think you were going to put that way lower, but like surprisingly, that's at number 7. Like that's your top 10.
It was good. I think I
not that I didn't think you didn't like the film, but I was like, I thought maybe there would be more films that would be above that for you.
I could see that.
But yeah,
this film surprised us. It's a January film.
The only disappointing and I guess it doesn't really have anything to do with the movie because it's the trailer. And
right.
I really think
it ruined it.
I'm very adamant about like a trailer affecting your expectations for a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Going in, spoilers alert, like it's an AI robot, but like you don't know that in the very beginning of the film. It's kind of subtle,
right?
But it's subtle enough that you probably wouldn't guess it unless you watch the trailer, which kind of just shows that, and it's like it kind of ruins the movie.
Yeah, it's a big twist. They tell you like 20 minutes in, but it's
you don't wait. Yeah,
that you wish you didn't know.
Yeah.
So if you didn't get spoiled by that, good for you.
Yeah.
That it's a January film that surprised me, and I think it could have been rated really high because we just came off of Wolfman in January, And I saw Flight Risk, the Mel Gibson plane movie. That movie was awful. So
is Flight Risk even like a horror? That's not.
No,
It's just like a thriller.
yeah, but it's a whole lot of nothing. Coming off of those films, then seeing this one, it's like, whoa, world of difference. So maybe that had some playing.
The humor in that was
Yeah.
good though.
Did you see it? Flight Risk.
No, not Flight
Companion.
Risk. Oh, Companion.
Oh, yeah, the humor is funny. Well, it's Jack Wade.
It's Jack Wade.
He's hilarious. Number 6, I have Good Boy, directed by Ben Leonberg. This is a very unique film, very indie film with a dog as the main character.
Named Indy.
Yeah, Indy, who actually stole the show. Like, who could teach a dog to act? They didn't, and he acted perfectly. Amazing. There wasn't a lot of story, but just the way it was put together and the fact that all that hard work came together and made a feature-length film is actually phenomenal, and they deserve all the praise that they got.
They do.
The number 5, cracking the top 5, we got 28 Years Later, directed by Danny Boyle. However, this was a disappointment. I still ended up really liking it. And on a rewatch of this film, I did rewatch it. It made it a little bit better because I knew what to expect now. So the story flowed a bit more. And yeah, it definitely works better on rewatches. Number 4, Bring Her Back. Coming in the top 4 down, any one of these could have been like number 1. Like, it was really tough.
Yeah,
it was really tough.
Take some of these rankings with a grain of salt. It's kind of hard. Like, if they're like neck and neck, you got to pick one or the other.
Like, Bring Her Back, like that teetered on number 1 for a while. But I had that directed by Michael and Danny Filippo, the Racka brothers. For their second film, like, phenomenal. Again, I rewatched it. It got better on the rewatch. I know I rated it kind of low when I first saw it from the theaters because it is a long movie. It does drag out. There's not a lot of action.
Yeah.
But you really get sucked into the story. And if you try to like pick and piece everything that's happening and try to figure it out in your head as you're going, it's well done that way. And the cinematography is out of this world. And it's brutal. Number 3, I have Sinners. A lot of you probably thought that was going to be number 1, but it wasn't. I have some issues with this film. It's directed by Ryan Coogler. I don't really classify this as a horror movie because only the last like 20, 30 minutes is when the vampires come in. They
I'd say like an hour.
But they kind of come in just at a left field.
Long. It's like two hours and 18 minutes.
It's a beautiful shot film.
Oh yeah.
The colors and the cinematography is outstanding. The acting is outstanding, especially with Michael B. Jordan playing both characters or cousins. They're cousins. He says he's cousins. People say they're brothers.
No,
they're cousins.
No, they're actually twins. That was a joke.
He says cousins.
That was a joke.
Okay.
I think it was a play on the stereotype that people think that black people, like any Asians look alike, black people look alike, white people look alike. The joke.
I got you.
That their little cousin is actually their cousin. They're actually twins.
Okay, that makes more sense. Obviously, they're the same actor, so it has to be twins. It has to be. Wonderfully acted. It's brutal, but I did feel that the vampires could have played a bit more presence because they, halfway through, they kind of just show up. The beginning of the movie opens it up, but then they're nowhere to be seen until it's just that off scene with the hunters hunting them down, and then they're just kind of in there.
I actually wish that they would have been part of that more into the back half, but they didn't show up anywhere else.
Right, and it just kind of shifts genres in a way, and they're just there.
Yeah, it's a genre.
But it's a very well-made movie in my eyes, with everything, directing, acting, cinematography. I think it's pure, almost perfection. Number 2, I have Weapons by Zach Kreger. This film blew me away just purely based on the cinematography and the way they structured the story of how it's all in different chapters through everybody's perspective.
Yeah.
And it pieced together every chapter. You go, oh, that's what happened. That's what happened. I love that because it's very different. It's not linear, you know? So that blew me away. And then number 1, Netflix's Frankenstein, directed by Guillermo del Toro. I did say this when I first saw it. I'm like, if nothing else comes out this year, this will be number 1.
I did not see that, so I don't have this. Right. I don't have that on my list.
So again, everything with cinematography, the acting, the production value, being a Netflix original is just like, where did this come from? Out of nowhere.
Yeah, Netflix originals are little hit or miss.
Yeah, but it's Del Toro. He really focuses on the attention to detail. The story is well done. It's well adapted from the book. It is different. It's his vision, but I thought the adaptation was amazing. Oscar Isaac as Frankenstein was fantastic. Jacob Elordi as the monster was outstanding. I think he deserves an award. It's a very well made film, and I was sucked in just like from the opening scene. So that's my list of all the films I've seen in 2025. Maybe we missed a small one here or there, but I think we got most of them.
I think we did. I
I
mean,
tried to go back. And
I think the resolution for next year is definitely to watch every single 2025 movie, especially the ones in theaters, and definitely have that in the ranking.
Yeah, we'll
So
try to
next
see
year,
all the
maybe
horror
we'll have like
films.
40.
Yeah, so we'll try to see every single horror film in theaters that comes out, and then other ones on streaming if we get to them.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely try to see the horror ones.
Streaming would be easier,
Right.
but the theoretical releases is theoretical, theatrical, same thing.
Theoretical is your
Same
theory.
thing. It's not the same. It's just fiction, right?
Fuck
So it's
up.
theoretical. This didn't actually happen.
I guess. It didn't happen.
Can I have more of that?
Oh, yeah.
Just a little bit more.
No. You don't know where to be.
I actually am going to the gym after this.
Going to the gym, wasted.
Not right after.
But right after.
Not quite.
Yeah. Well, you can put it on your
But
side.
I'm not gonna have any more. I'm not gonna have any more.
All right, so I'll put it on my
So
side.
don't give me any more.
I won't give you any more. I'm gonna give him more.
I haven't had a drink in for some time. I actually did not drink the last holiday party.
You didn't drink
I had like
on
a
holidays?
sip.
What's wrong with you?
Whoa. I can like alcohol and not drink it every day.
Nah, you're a spoon.
I'm a spoon. What is that?
You have the intelligence of a spoon.
I prefer fork.
I prefer fork. They're spiky.
They're spiky,
What is your list?
different layers. All right.
Let's get to your list.
Number 25. So my list is shorter than Tim.
Shorter.
Hell House Lineage, number 25. This movie had nothing that I liked with the first movie, and it feels like they shoehorned random plots, and many scenes just felt like exposition with nothing actually going for it. It's very unfortunate.
Say something nice about the film. What's one thing you liked about it? I can say one thing. It's pretty minor, but I did enjoy it. I like the color grading of the film.
Oh,
It looked cinematic.
okay.
But you
I
can
guess-
take that. That's mine.
Too bad. I took it. Number 24, with Presents. Take some of these with a grain of salt because I don't know how to order some of these because when you get lower down below like 5 out of 10, it's kind of like they're all lumped together for the most part.
Yeah.
But Presents, I had high expectations. I really liked most of the film, but in general, they just didn't pull off what I kind of expected. It was just a whole lot of nothing.
Mhm.
Fear Street, Prom Queen, was a movie that felt nothing like the other Fear Street movies, and they took nothing good from the originals with lacking kills and sufficient plot that actually had any originality.
Hey.
Unfortunately, I kind of felt like there was AI in this,
There might have
like
been
the plot.
a little bit.
But there's no way to prove that.
True.
And maybe there isn't, and I'm hopefully that there isn't because I don't like AI.
There's only one film on this list that we know AI was used.
Which one was that?
Bad Things with the transitions.
That definitely, yeah, that was definitely
But that was intentional.
that was intentional
For a
given
purpose.
given the plot.
Yeah, for a purpose.
22 was Popeye the Slayer Man. I felt that this was a fun, guilty pleasure movie, and it lacks any seriousness. But it was everything intentional with this movie, and the absurd plot and the use of Popeye was just kind of great. Just once that IP is reused for everything, like Winnie the Pooh, it's just kind of fun to see them in like a horror setting.
Yeah.
So this is like a guilty pleasure movie, but it's low on the list.
Right.
Him is number 21. It's a visual spectacle, but it had promising themes that were set up, but it didn't really feel like it went anywhere. Marlon Wayans was kind of like the top performer in that, and that's kind of what made this not go all the way down. So, but it's still at number 21.
Yeah, he was a standout.
It was.
He gave it his all.
Visually, yeah, it was pretty stunning too, but that's kind of all it had going for it. Number 20 was Bad Things with the AI movie. I thought there was a lack of any character connection in it was like the major plot point that I had. But overall, the plot and the themes that went with it, with the AI taking over and the subtle sexuality of this, whatever, I don't know.
Sexuality.
Yeah,
They introduced it in the beginning and then like halfway through, but like I guess they didn't explain why they had
like the AI that were infected were having sex with each other. But I don't really know what that meant and what it really had to do with the film.
Yeah,
I think that was what also brought it down. I wasn't sure what they were going for.
confusing themes, maybe.
Another letdown at number 19 was I Know What You Did Last Summer.
It's not ballsy.
We're not bringing that back.
No, we're not.
That's
a 2025
ballsy
debate.
is last in 20.
We'll have a new debate in 2026
new debate.
to be revealed next episode.
Something other than balls.
Yeah. Finish.
This was a disappointment, but I didn't have high expectations for it. I thought like the reboot sequel part of it was just kind of like a cash grab. Disappointment. The kills were okay. There was a interesting cage scene that I thought was like maybe one of the best, and the use of a harpoon, which they could have used more, but they didn't.
That was a cool scene. The kills were kind of cool. I like the kills.
Yeah, but like for the two. But other than that, I don't think that they really did anything else.
Yeah, and then the twist was awful.
And then the twist was the worst part because it kind of undid a lot of character development from the first two movies, and it just felt so out of character.
Definitely.
With this, yeah, we're kind of like no spoilers, just because I know it's 2025 and it's the end of the year. Maybe people didn't watch it, but I'm trying to get through these like pretty quick.
Yeah.
Another letdown was Wolfman number 18. Yeah. It was an interesting adaptation with the Wolfman and the perspective of turning into the creature. There was like themes of like lack of communication with the way that there was perspective of she was trying to speak to the husband, but he couldn't understand a thing. But from us, we could hear what he was saying, but he couldn't. So I thought that was interesting, and I actually liked that. But I don't think that they kind of handled the overall plot with that well. There was a lot of themes that they didn't like end up connecting. So that was a disappointment. But coming up at number 17 was ZombieCon. I think it was an underrated movie for 2025. It came out kind of before that, but like we were introduced to this in 2025, and it was kind of like re-released for 2025, and then gained a lot more traction. And I thought it was a good, fun vibe of a zombie apocalypse movie, with hard work behind the movie, good friendship, like the overall theme of like the friendship and the chemistry was really brought this out.
And yeah, in the future, there will be an episode where we interview Kyle and Aaron Valley.
Yeah.
So
sadly didn't work out, but
we already did it. We had issues, so we're gonna do it again.
Yeah, that's what was going on for like the Christmas season, Thanksgiving season, and it didn't work out the way we wanted to, but we will gladly be able to show you this year that interview.
Yes. And if you haven't seen the film, do yourself a favor and watch it. It's a fun film for nerds and for horror fans.
Yeah. I think number 16 was one of my biggest letdowns.
Really, the biggest letdown?
I don't want to say biggest letdown, but like I don't think I had high expectations. It's Until Dawn, but I'm just like, they could have handled this so much better.
They could have.
They probably shouldn't even have named this Until Dawn. The only thing that they have there's kind of like I recently just bought the game and played like the remake, like the remastered version. And I've watched, I don't think I've actually played the game until now, but I had watched all of like people play it before. And I really like that game.
So let me ask you a quick question. The game is basically just one long kind of cutscene, like the way it's played. Do you think the movie would have been better if they literally did a 1-to-1 adaptation, but in film form? Or do you at least
I actually think if they did a 1-to-1, this would have been better. Because they could have just at least changed things around and made it better. But they just kind of inserted like the killer, the Wendigo, and that was kind of all that they kind of did.
Just for like,
and then the therapist of, I forget the actor's name, but he's in the John Wick movies.
Right.
And he's a phenomenal actor. So he did great in the film.
And he's
great in the game.
Yeah.
And that's like they just shoehorned some of the stuff and then just kind of made it there. They made, I'll do spoilers, they made the therapist the antagonist. And it was like, that was nothing, he wasn't the antagonist at all in the game. At all. He was kind of like that side character that's kind of pushing the side plot of like the psychology around Josh's actions. And he's kind of shown like a picture in, I think, the after credit of Until Dawn, the movie.
Yeah.
But they just kind of shoehorned everything, and I hate when people do that. So they should have just made it its own film and not have.
I do appreciate how they
made it Until Dawn.
I appreciate how they took the themes of like the game and kind of made it their own. And like again, if it was a 1-to-1, we've seen it already.
Yeah.
is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's based on personal taste. Like the Silent Hill, they're saying it's very faithful to the game and it looks very faithful. Will that be good or bad because we already know what it is? I do appreciate that they went in a different direction, but I think they strayed maybe a bit too far with the time loop. And then they kind of just put the Wendigo in for like fan service.
And the killer of Josh, which he wasn't even actually killing anybody.
Right.
It's just they kind of ruined some of like the characters. But as I've heard, I don't know if it's just a rumor. I mean, they did the remake, and there's an after credit scene up until dawn, the game,
and it's literally
they made like it's a new cutscene for the remake that kind of shows that they're going to make a second game, which I'm excited for.
I think it's confirmed they are making.
Like I hope it's all of like most of like the original team that did make it and write it.
Mm-hmm.
So or else it's probably not going to be as good
because those spin-off games were not that good.
I don't think they were made by the same people though.
I thought they were.
Like the Man of Medan. Did we play that together?
No, we never got it. There's so many issues with it.
There was a game that I thought there was a game similar, like cinematography-wise. There was a game that we played.
We played the first one of the anthology of the Until Dawn creators made those games.
Was it the Until Dawn creator?
Yeah. I
don't know. There was a lot of issues with other games.
I'll look it up.
In that genre, anyways. But yeah, that's number 16. I kind of had to speak about that because, I mean, I've been playing the video game and I just completed it. It's such a good video game. The actors that they chose and the characters, and you can make them your own, how you would want to see them, is kind of good. Yeah,
the same team made the Man of Medan and those anthology, the Dark Pictures.
Oh, the Dark Pictures, okay.
That anthology.
Unfortunately, those fell off of it.
Yeah, they had so many issues with the gameplay, but we only played the first.
That could have been like a publisher issue too, because I know how publishers can be.
Yeah.
Gotta get it. Yeah. All right, number 15, The Conjuring: Last Rites.
That's pretty low.
This is lower, but it was still enjoyable because of Ed and Lorraine. Mm-hmm. I really liked their characters. But toward their final investigation, it kind of went. It was kind of felt underwhelming, especially with the trailer. It was like this is their last thing. It was just underwhelming how they ended it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm kind of looking forward for the continuation of like that daughter,
the TV show, yeah. And a new movie and a TV show.
So we'll see how that goes. I'm not gonna have like super high expectations, only because I feel like maybe at this point it's a cash grab.
Yeah, because it's all original stories.
Yeah,
which maybe it's a good thing if it's
original. Maybe it's good. So it might be good. All right, number 14, Death of a Unicorn. I thought that this had a stacked cast.
It did.
Paul Rudd, Jenna Ortega, Will Poulter, a couple others. I don't know the names off the top of my head. The one from Barry, I forget his name.
Oh, yeah. But it really bothered me that Paul Rudd wasn't the comedic relief from the film. He played a more serious guy.
He did.
It was Will Poulter, and he did a fantastic job as the comedic relief.
He was one of the best characters of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
But my issue with a lot of the characters, I think, was Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega's character relationship. It's just, for the most part, she didn't like how her father was handling everything, and he just was so absorbed into his work. And there was like 20 times that was kind of like acknowledged it. It was like, okay, I'll do better. But then didn't do better.
Yeah, he didn't do it.
I was so confused. But I guess that's like a self-sabotage. Like he knows what he's doing wrong. It's not good, but he keeps doing it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But like this was like the 20th time. And like he still was like doing the same thing. It's like, okay, this relationship should have been resolved earlier into the thing.
Mm-hmm.
It had a nice little ending though. I kind of liked it. But for the most part, a little bit of a disappointment.
But Jenna Ortega in
it. Paul Rudd's in it.
Paul Rudd's in it. William Poulter.
It's a stack. Easily the best.
It's a stack.
Unfortunately, he died.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
He was a bad guy though. He was like a villain.
He was, but he was just.
He's funny.
He grew up in that household.
He grew up.
He didn't have a chance.
Yeah.
All right, for number 13, we got Clown in a Cornfield. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was very entertaining, and the plot surrounding the town was like really good with like the clowns and the backstory, but it kind of fell short at the end. The ending reveal was like kind of like the same, but I like the themes and the ideas surrounding it. Like they kind of maybe set up a second one, but I feel like they shouldn't do a second one.
There's 3 books.
Yeah, there's 3.
I think I didn't
read.
4th.
I didn't read any of them, so there is potential that they're gonna make.
They probably will. They probably.
Yeah. Number 12, Final Destination Bloodlines. I did not see this in theaters, and I kind of wished I did as well, because this movie was like a long time making since like the last Final Destination movie. I don't know. I don't think the production was extremely long, but I think they just didn't get like the greenlit, and they didn't really know what ideas that they wanted to put in here. But I thought it was like a good addition to like this franchise, because I grew up watching this, the first one, second one, especially the third one. Anything after that was more like, it was like cannon fodder, like just gore, like people getting killed.
Right.
The themes weren't like the best, but in this one they kind of like brought it back with like the lineage.
Right.
And I thought that they handled some of the kills really good. It kind of like good like expectations where you're like, oh, they're gonna die this way.
Right.
They did a good job of like making sure that you were like didn't know how they were actually gonna die until it happened. And I was like, oh. Nice.
And you've seen most of them. I don't think I've seen every single one.
I've seen all of
but
them.
This one has like a legit plot.
Yeah, it really does.
Like the other ones are just kind of like things happen and they die, but this one has a legit plot of death is coming after this lineage of family.
They focus
How do we go back and
on
like,
death
stop?
having this grand plan. We've always in all the other films, he's always had death. He or she has always had a plan, but in Lineage, it's like so broad because like the time period of when like the first death of the lineage happens, and then this, and like I guess it takes place 2025. It was like it's a huge time. Like death is always following everybody's lineage, and that's it's like they made this pretty grand. So hopefully they make another one. But yeah,
It's got to be a different family because they killed everybody.
Yeah,
Death won.
But in
Killed
like
the whole family.
yeah, there's probably characters that are like
There's going to be some adopted kid who was like, oh, the one that got away.
exactly
the one that
you
got
never
away.
know.
Yeah,
You never know.
or it'll start over and pick a new family.
Yeah. All right, number 11 at Hard Eyes. I kind of wish this was in the top 10 because this is one of the movies I kind of really like for 2025.
It's pretty fun, yeah.
I've never really watched many horror Valentine movies, but I really enjoyed this one, and I thought the chemistry between both of the protagonists were like really good. I forget his name. He was in
Scream. Yeah.
I thought he was really good in that, and then the one girl was from like Disney Channel, I think.
Right.
Actually, no, I think. Yeah, it was like a Disney Channel like shows, and I thought they both did a really good job, but the ending and like one of the shoehorned reveals, it kind of felt out of place. I was like, they could have just
Olivia Holt.
Yeah,
She's in the Disney Channel.
Yeah.
Mason Gooding is.
Yeah, Mason Gooding. So they had really good chemistry with each other. I thought like the kills were really good and fun. A lot of it kind of was in the ending of it, but overall this is like borderline top 10.
Yeah.
And now we get to my top 10. Predator Badlands is at number 10. I still love the film, as we said.
It's a great film.
We pretty much both share the exact same opinion with how it's a good inclusion for the Predator franchise, but the storytelling and the unnecessary humor, it could have been toned down. I thought it was just very unnecessary to do it. It should have just been more subtle. It just felt like this is Disney.
Right.
It felt Disneyfied.
It was very Mandalorian.
Not every Disney movie, every franchise needs like that humor in it. It needs to be more subtle.
Yeah. Look at Alien Romulus. Very serious, very brutal. Just do that. Yeah. Why we don't need the buddy cop system. Like we don't need the Mandalorian with Predator. Like, it wasn't needed. But again, it was a fantastic film, beautifully shot. The action was phenomenal. The Predator looked badass. He didn't look.
Yeah.
He had
a lot of great action scenes.
Yeah, story reasons why he looks the way he does. It made sense. It was great. Dan Trachtenberg does understand the Predator. Unfortunately, it did lose like $100 million. Like he didn't do great. Hopefully, it doesn't ruin future plans.
I am looking forward to more more movies with the main character for this.
Deck.
But I just really hope that they kind of take some of the criticism with the humor. I mean, the movie did well generally, I guess, minus that like the loss.
It did well review-wise.
But like, in general, movies, theatrical releases are just kind of like, it's kind of harder for them nowadays.
No one's going to see them.
It's streaming, and it's very unfortunate.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I hope that there's some light in the tunnel with like theatrical releases. Hopefully,
I would hope so. Hey, we share this one. Yeah. Number 6. We're not there yet.
No.
We share number 6. We'll get there.
Oh, okay. All right, number 9 is The Monkey. I went to this movie with the trailer. I loved the trailer for this. It caught my eye, and it matched exactly what the trailer was. It was like very unserious. The way that they portrayed death is just very hilarious. As it could be with everyone we know will just eventually die, and that's kind of life, and that's just pretty much the takeaway. This was a fun, gory, and over-the-top watch as death is surrounded by a supernatural symbol-smacking monkey.
Yeah. Now,
a little disappointed on some of the things that went down, but overall, like this is a good, fun rewatch, and that's kind of like this ranking. Some of these movies could have been ranked higher, but the rewatchability on some of them were just kind of like too low to really enjoy, and even the movies up at the top that might not have like a high rewatchability, they were just so well done that they deserve that top list.
There's a quick explanation. I think the main reason why I have The Monkey at 14 instead of maybe, let's say, 10 is I read the book before seeing the movie.
Okay.
And I'm going to be one of those that says the little short story of it was better. Like, the demonic entity of how the monkey works, I think worked better in the book than how it's...
Did they explain it more in the book?
I don't know if they explained it more, but the monkey is its own entity and it kills whoever it wants whenever it wants. It's not manually killed. It has its own...
I could see people not liking that, especially reading the book and then watching the movie.
Because it's so just out of nowhere. Like, it just kills whenever it wants.
Okay.
You know? And it has targets depending on, I guess, who owns the monkey, but it's more evil in the book.
We've definitely talked about this in our episode.
For each of these movies, a lot of these movies we have episodes on. If you want to see the more in-depth review of them,
those are the more detailed.
Go back in our backlog this past year. Check the backlog, back rooms. Check out those episodes.
All right. Number 8 was Silent Night, Deadly Night. This is a remaking of one of our favorite horror cult classics with a spin on the original story that makes up with unserious and disturbing violence. Not as unserious as like Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, but still the violence is there. The movie also extrapolates on what makes someone naughty or nice, compared to the first one where it was just he kind of killed anybody, punished everybody who sinned, whether or not you deserve to be punished. It was
in this one they deserve to die.
Yeah, so I really like that, and the Nazi killing scene was great.
Yeah. Preface again, Nazis are bad.
Nazis are bad. It's kind of sucks that we have to explain that now.
Because the world we live in now.
Okay.
We share... Oh, no, we're on 7 now.
Yeah. No, well, that's 6 yet. Number 7 is Predator, Killer of Killers. The only animated on this. It's a top-tier animated movie of 2025. It beats... any Christmas Grinch or whatever movies came out this year. Yeah. I don't know. It includes different time periods of predators hunting victims, and it ends in this connected battle. The way that the story unfolds kind of sets this apart from like the other movies on this list. That's why it's so high. Maybe minus like I said, like the World War II
that was
setting. I think that was like the least favorite out of all of them, but I still enjoyed it.
But it's so well done.
Yeah.
And the way they connected at the end, how it's still like one story. Oh, it's
Number 6, Good Boy.
We share this one.
This is the one that we share exactly.
Are you surprised that I have this in the top 10 or top 5? Almost top 5?
I think because after we watched the movie, not that I think that you hated the film, but you were just like, what even was it? Like, it was just like, it was marketed because, I mean, it's a dog. Everyone loves dogs. Most people do. But anyways. So it's kind of like your high expectations that this movie's filmed from the perspective of a dog.
Right.
You'd want to have high expectations, but like it's probably like a letdown compared to like what you expected.
Now, like, do you think it's fair that we rank it this high, for me at least, solely because it's based on just how they have a dog as the main character?
No.
Or do you think that's valid?
I think it's valid, I guess, but
you know,
it's a pretty good hidden gem because I don't think this thing was actually going to release theatrically.
No, I think he like really fought for it to be, and it was only for like maybe 2 weekends.
It was a very short runtime. But I'm glad that it got the recognition because otherwise this would have been. I feel like it would have been buried. I don't think it would have been like a movie that people discovered years later, and were like, "Oh, this was such a good movie because it's from the perspective of a dog, but it tells the story uniquely, the story of death from the perspective of a dog named Indy, who must protect his owner when they revisit his childhood home near rural mountains. And I kind of want to go into like the gist of this is just like the perspective of like how this dog sees death. So this is a spoiler of the ending a little bit of his owner is pretty much has an illness and is slowly dying. And by the end of the movie, he does die. But like when you're watching this, you don't know that. But from the hints that you can gather, that this is what's going to happen, and this is just the way that a dog sees it, because there's no actual supernatural forces, in my opinion. There's not actually. It's just this is how a dog sees death. He doesn't have the intelligence brain that like humans do, but this is the way that Indy was able to comprehend what happened.
Because dogs have the sixth sense. They can sense, you know,
Especially also cats too. Like cats at like nursing homes and places like that. Cats will like be near people who are like close to that.
The Shining.
They have The Shining. Cats have The Shining.
Boy is connected to The Shining. Confirmed. No, but to your point, dogs have the sixth sense of your dog will just start barking at a random corner. Like, what are they seeing? What are they barking at? So this explains kind of maybe what they're seeing.
Yeah.
It's death coming for you.
Yeah.
It's a very creative way.
Yeah.
So just to put things in perspective, this film had a budget of $70,000.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It made $8.7 million.
That's all big. Like he could make, like, and I hope he takes as much time as he did with this film. If he were to make a second one, maybe it has nothing to do with Good Boy. If he makes a second one, just another movie in general that he wants to make. I think
an original film,
and even if it includes Indy again, make something up. Like I think this what's his name, the actor or the director?
Ben Leonberg.
I think he's got potential to just kind of make really good indie films that tell good, genuinely good stories,
unique stories too.
Yeah,
it's not this recycled crap of a sequel or a prequel or a live action remake. It's new. It's original.
Yeah,
and we need that.
Like this may even be higher than that I really want it to. But there's other movies that I like.
Right.
But for like an indie film with a smaller budget, it's really great that it's like up here.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's on Shudder right now. It's a Shudder original, so go see it on Shudder.
Okay. Yeah. That's my 2 pieces on Good Boy. It's a good film. Good boy. All right, now we got the top 5. Number 5, Companion.
Oh, that went down the wrong pipe.
Oh yeah, I didn't even, after that poured, I didn't even drink another one.
Oh God.
Sorry. Put it back down on Michael's face.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Number 5 is Companion. Now, I love this movie and how humorous it was with a group of, what was that? Mike probably didn't even pick it up.
Probably not.
They're like,
we got strong noise canceling on this. And if it did pick it up, I'll fix it in post.
Anyways, yeah, this movie was very fun and humorous with a group of friends traveling to a remote house, and all things are not what they seem. We kind of already spoiled it before, but with the, what's her name? Sophie Thatcher's character being a robot. But the movie does a great job at exploring women's autonomy and like their independence and kind of like the rebellion and like the whole ending, everything connected. And Jack Quaid is the way he plays his characters is really good.
That's hilarious. So I can only see your Oh, I saw it. I was gonna say I was gonna guess your top 2.
Oh,
but I saw it.
What was my number 1?
I was gonna guess number 1 was going to be Bring Her Back, but I saw that as number 2. The Sinners.
Hey, don't spoil it.
Sorry.
All right,
I didn't say that.
That's all right.
You didn't hear that.
You didn't hear that. Don't click back.
Don't click.
You didn't hear it. I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Anyways, number 4. Yeah, this is really hard.
Yeah, it is.
Are lumped together.
I really wanted to put your number 4 at number 1.
Yeah, me too.
But I couldn't.
I dabbled with that. But yeah, number 4 is Weapons. I thought that the movie did a great job exploring the disappearing of a whole classroom, but with a unique storytelling, and showed how everyone's perspective and experience is different, creating plots where everyone's perception of events kind of creates this tunnel vision, kind of distracting from the real issue, like the missing kids. In my opinion, like the missing kids wasn't even like the main plot.
They get kind
seem
of
like
they were just pointing fingers. It's your fault. It's your fault.
That's kind of what it was. It was just tunnel vision where, because you get the same scenes told from different perspectives from the cop and then the junkie, where words said were entirely different, and you kind of don't even know which one's real or which one's not.
Yep.
And it's just like this blame game, I think. And story wise, this was great, minus like a couple of issues, but like it's just the storytelling. I think Zach Kreger did a really good job, which is why I'm looking forward for the Resident Evil series.
And if they
movie.
And if they make that faithful to a specific game, I totally forget if it's based on Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, I don't know. Or if it's just his interpretation of kind of all of them.
Didn't he say he didn't want to include Leon?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He said he wanted to make his own story because we've already seen the other one.
I'd be fine with that.
Right. If it's a good story.
Because Resident Evil Requiem is going to get Leon, which
yes, he's back.
The games were like, oh, we're not going to include Leon.
Yeah,
it's been overdone.
He's back.
But then they include him anyways, which is, I think is
badass.
It's going to be badass because they're going to give the action part and then the horror part.
When he walked out of that car and he saw like just the feet, you were like, Leon. And then they show him and he's like kind of older.
People are making memes that it's just Leon's
his aura.
For Resident Evil 4, but just with a beard.
His aura.
He didn't actually get older.
And they're back in Raccoon City.
And
it's all destroyed because of the nuclear blast. Oh, it's going to be great. Yeah.
And it's kind of going to be probably crazy, even crazier mutated shit.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait.
All right. Number 3 was 28 Years Later. As we said before, we had different expectations kind of going into this movie. But I think this was a great sequel to the first film. Kind of the actual second film, 28 weeks later, they kind of threw it away, which I'm fine with. It's its own thing. Is it like the most dog shit movie 28 weeks later? No, because the opening to that movie was like really, really good.
Right. It just didn't capture the essence of the first one and what it was trying to build.
Yeah.
It was way more just action heavy and just like shoot 'em up.
And then Jeremy Renner. I don't know if that was before or after he was a little bit more famous, but still.
Before, but I don't know.
But like, I don't know. There was a lot of things with 28 Weeks Later.
Right.
But 28 Years Later, I had different expectations going into the movie, but I was still pleasantly surprised in how well done the character development and how terrifying this new world is, the way that the infected kind of evolved.
Oh yeah, I love the fact that they're not just brainless zombies. Like they're still human, but they have a disease. They're not dead.
Yeah.
So they can evolve. They can think. They have an alpha now who will be clothed.
The alpha.
Who will be clothed for the sequel.
I think they realized, oh shit, he's so distracting.
Yeah, too many inches. So he will be clothed. I can't wait for the second film. The reviews are hyping me up.
Can't wait for him to be clothed.
The reviews are hyping me up, but again, good reviews on a film, if it's all good, that's typically not a good sign. That it's all just press.
All right, number 2, Bring Her Back. I'm kind of so happy for the Philippou brothers because we watched them in their crazy YouTube videos that were so unhinged.
Ronald McDonald, baby.
So unhinged and so funny. Probably not politically correct. Like,
doesn't matter.
What do you think back now? But still, if you could just find things that are just so funny, absurd, you could tell even then their production quality, like they thought about things.
They knew they were always going to be filmmakers.
So give them a higher budget.
Yeah, man.
And they give us Bring Her Back.
But again, it lower budget than typical.
Oh yeah.
High budget film.
Not super high.
You couldn't tell it was a low budget film. Everything was phenomenally done. The practical effects, everything.
Maybe the way that it was grounded and like there's not many different settings.
It's mainly just the house.
It's one place. So that's probably where a lot of the budget was like kept, where they didn't want to film too many different locations.
I don't know if they use CGI. It's all practical. Maybe they use in some scenes.
I felt like they were pretty good at CGI and practical.
They definitely were. Again, I have to rewatch it again. I don't know if there are CGI moments.
Yeah, I don't think I watched this after watching it first. But this movie is, I don't know how rewatchable this movie is. Maybe like once every year.
It's like The Shining. It's a heavy movie.
It is a pretty heavy movie. This movie is very unapologetically disturbed and raw, emphasizing the stages of grief and loss This movie has a spectacular cast and amazing acting by Sally Hawkins. Uh, with her portrayal of Laura and the lengths people go to bring someone back.
The fact that they even got Sally Hawkins in this film is phenomenal.
Like, I'll be honest, I don't think I've probably seen her in movies before, but I don't think I've heard of her. But she did what other movies is she in? Because honestly, I don't think I've heard of her before.
She's in Wonka. Have you seen Wonka?
Oh, okay.
She's the mom, and she's her Willy Wonka's mom. She's briefly in it.
I did see Wonka.
She's in the Paddington movies. She's in Godzilla.
Never seen the Paddington movies.
Yeah, Godzilla. A lot of films that we haven't seen, but the ones that I have seen is the Godzilla.
She seems really great though.
Godzilla and Godzilla King of the Monsters. She's Dr. Serizawa's
she's like the main doctor.
Yeah,
okay.
Dr. Serizawa's friend or worker.
That'd be where I would probably know her from, but I just didn't really put two and two together.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she was very prominent in those movies as much as...
No, she's not like the forefront, not the main character.
Yeah. All right, number 1, Sinners.
A lot of people's number 1 of the year. A lot of people.
I really think it's deserved because I really wished that I seen this in IMAX.
Mm-hmm.
This was, but it was still an amazing watch at home, and I loved the entire themes of culture, and obviously the main one being Black culture, and the stories surrounding death and religion.
Mm-hmm.
I just one scene, it didn't bother me, but it was very jarring. But I had to think about it. Was when the cousin, I forget the cousin's name, but you already have it up. What's the cousin's name?
Smoke and
Sammy.
Yeah, Smoke.
Sammy. When they were going on about the music, and this was when they're in the juke, and I thought the perspective of the vampires looking at, like, all they see is like people dancing. They don't even see like the house. It's kind of like crazy. It's kind of like they all just see destruction.
Yeah.
But the way that they were portraying different periods of like music, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
That one scene where they went through all the decades was like
it kind of feels out of place. Don't get me wrong. Just because you're like, it's just like 1930s, whatever, 1930s.
Right.
And you're seeing like guys in guitar. Like, I don't know if it was Jimmy, it was supposed to be exactly Jimi Hendrix.
I think it was.
He was a very prominent guitarist. So, but like different hip hop, like all that, like all the cultures, and even with what's their names? Grace like the Chows.
Chows.
The Chow. They're the only Asians that that I see in the not to point fingers.
Yeah.
Saying, but yeah, there was a little bit of culture in them when they were next to them, when they were going through the scene of the juke. I thought that was really, really great. It was jarring. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So when did you watch this movie?
A couple days ago.
Now compare that to the Black Spot episode of Welcome to Derry. Very similar. It's very similar.
I did compare it to that.
Like, instead of a fire, it's vampires attacking. You know,
Yeah.
like it was very similarity, and people compare it a lot. Not that
they are very different though, because it's not like the whole place was caught on fire and like
Right.
that was like they were all trapped.
Right.
But
it does have a lot of similarities, and now that you're talking about it, Jack O'Connell as Remick, as the main vampire, phenomenal acting, and he's Jimmy in 28 Years Later. At the end of the movie, the main Jimmy guy.
Oh, that's
him. Yeah. So he's the main villain of the.
Yeah, he was very good in that film.
Right. Like the Irish vampire.
At least.
It's just like, well,
Yeah.
He's kind of scary.
Yeah.
It's good acting.
What's your take on this? I mean, obviously, there's a lot of racism, obviously, in that time period. Still is today, but hopefully, there's things that we've done right in that time period that continue to help in general racism. But the way it was so weird. The scene that I noticed the most was when they killed Annie. When she got bitten, and I forget her name, but Stack's girlfriend's reaction was like, no, like they seemed very distraught. So like, not saying that the vampires were good people, but like like once they're a vampire, they believe that like this is like above like being in religion, because obviously there's Sammy's father, who wants him to be, what's the word? I'm not religious, so I don't know all the words.
He doesn't want to be associated with the devil's music, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, there's also like that with like rock music, like guitar and stuff that's
The devil's
associated with the devil.
Tenacious D.
Putting down the guitar.
Yeah.
So there's religion, and obviously you see Annie. Spoilers. Annie, when she's dead, and Smoke kills that racist guy, who I forget his name.
That racist.
The one who was pretty, like, they find out that he was going to kill them anyways.
Yeah.
And she's sitting there with holding like the baby.
Mhm.
Like, obviously she I'm assuming she went to heaven, and like, so it's versus like, if you die before you're bitten, you go to heaven, and then if you're a vampire, I mean, I guess it's a different type of death. Like, it's its own kind of, like, I guess you're going to hell. Like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of metaphors.
That was pretty much it, that when you're bitten, but at the same time, it just seemed like, not that the vampires were racist, but there's a lot of undertones.
It's a lot of white power versus, the black people and the KKK, all that stuff.
But here he was offering them, like, we don't see color, something like that,
Right.
and we just bite whoever we want. That's pretty much who wants to join us. You're joined. It doesn't matter.
Right.
So it was a very interesting film, but it was well done.
It was really well done. Well acted, well shot. The story, the metaphors, everything. This is well done.
That's why it's number one for me.
That's why it's number one. It's number, 3 for me, I think?
How dare you?
Yeah, I think it was 3 for me. It wasn't number 2. Number 2 was...
We were those. But yeah, that's my 2025 horror movie list.
Yeah. All right, so to make it easy on the reels and the shorts, we'll both just read down the list from bottom to top, just in a row, just to make it easy. So my list of 2025 horror films from least to best is War of the Worlds, The Presence, Him, Hell House Lineage, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Fear Street Prom Queen, Popeye the Slayer Man, Screamboat, Bad Things, Woman in the Yard, Wolfman, ZombieCon Volume 1, Until Dawn, Dangerous Animals, Hard Eyes, Clown in a Cornfield, Drop, The Monkey, Death of a Unicorn, The Conjuring Last Rites, Final Destination Bloodlines, Silent Night, Deadly Night 2025, Predator Badlands, Predator Killer of Killers, Companion, Good Boy, 28 Years Later, Bring Her Back, Sinners, Weapons, and number 1 is Frankenstein. After that cough, Nick will now read his list of 2025 films.
It's all I had left.
Yeah.
I just wanted to finish it. Oh, shit. Not a good idea.
He'll be here for a bit.
Skip ahead.
Skip ahead.
All right. Oh, yeah. Not a good idea.
Yeah. So just preface what you're going to do.
All right. My ranking from number 25 to number 1, because I had less than Tim's. So, number 25, Hell House Lineage. Then we have Presence. And then we have Fear Street Prom Queen. Then Popeye the Slayer Man. Next one will be Him. Then Bad Things is the number 20. Number 19, I Know What You Did Last Summer, 2025, obviously. Next one is Wolfman. Then we have ZombieCon. Next one is Until Dawn. Until Dawn. Then The Conjuring 4 Last Rites. Then we have Death of a Unicorn. Next is Clown in a Cornfield. Then Final Destination Bloodlines. Then we got Heart Eyes. Then it goes to Predator Badlands. Then The Monkey. Then Silent Night, Deadly Night. Then we have Predator Killer of Killers. Then it goes to Good Boy. Then Companion. Then we have Weapons. Then we have 28 Years Later. Then we have Bring Her Back. And at the top, Sinners.
So there it is, folks. All our audience, our ranking of every 2025 horror film that we have seen. There it is.
Are you satisfied with your list?
Yeah, I don't think I can. The dead last and the dead first, I can probably swap a few, but I think I got it pretty good.
I was thinking, I was like, whether or not, like, is this going to be a good list? Am I going to, like, miss something or like, contradict myself? but for the most part, I think I'm pretty happy with
Like,
what I've chosen.
I really thought I was going to have Conjuring in the top 10.
Me too.
It's so close, but looking back at the other films,
when you think about it as a whole, the other movies were just kind of so much better,
Right.
especially the first one.
and again, it's a good film, but when I compare it to the first and second one, Conjuring, it's just like it's not that high.
No.
So the other films have to take it over. But no, I think for the most part, this is a pretty stagnant list. Number 4 and down to number 1, 28 Years, Bring Her Back, Sinners, Weapons, and Frankenstein. I could probably flip those. I do think Frankenstein is number 1 though, like solidified. And then dead last, I mean, World of
If you
Worlds.
think that's number 1, I gotta watch it then.
It's so good. Again, it's a slow movie. It's like 2.5 hours. It's very long. It's story oriented, so you have to be in the mood. But the story really sucked me in because it's well acted. It's well directed. The cinematography is phenomenal. There's like not a lot of CGI because Del Toro doesn't believe in that. They built a life-size giant boat. Like the boat you see in the film is practical 100%. There's no CGI there.
Mm-hmm.
All the action is mainly in the first 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
And then it kind of goes back in time. He's telling the story of how he created the monster.
Yeah.
It's just so well
The
done.
gist of the story was like, obviously he's creating the monster, then the townsfolk go and try to kill him. Is that mostly the option?
That's kind of near like the end. They don't really go into that
Okay.
much. It's more of his journey on creating him,
okay.
why he's creating him, when he created him, how he's dealing with him. It's more of that story.
Okay.
But it's this well done.
Who directed that?
Guillermo del Toro. Fantastic director. Yeah.
Now, I know Nosferatu came out last year.
2024.
Where would you have ranked it
Number
if it came? Nosferatu
That
would still be number 1.
That would be number 1. I believe Frankenstein and Nosferatu could live in the same world. They're very closely like directing style and cinematography. I could see them mashing up in the same world. You haven't seen it yet.
No, I could definitely see it though. The way you're describing it, I'm like, it's the way that you're saying Nosferatu.
It's very gothic.
And I could see that.
I can see them combining. Now, depending on where you live in the world, Nosferatu, I think, was a 2025 film.
Oh.
But for us, it was Christmas Day, not New Year's Day. So it's slightly different. So
it was pretty close to 2026, but it didn't. Our first movie that we watched for 2025 was Wolfman.
What a low.
To start off with 2025 was with Wolfman is like
and I think the first film we'll see in 2026 is probably 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple.
Most likely.
I think that's the first one to release.
Like,
I know there's another January.
Right?
Yeah.
Around that time?
There's another January horror film, but this is release date the 16th.
Okay.
So in like 3 weeks. But yeah.
And his birthday is January 28th.
So that'll probably be the birthday episode 20 years later.
Maybe.
We don't know yet.
We'll work out the kinks.
Yeah. But also Silent I think Silent Hill's January too. I don't know which one comes first though.
Yeah. And another thing that we'll touch upon is with the bi-weekly thing, we will kind of be releasing on a different channel more gaming episodes, but the gaming episodes aren't going to be as scheduled as these episodes are. These are going to be bi-weekly, but for gaming, I think we want time to be able to do
23rd.
other stuff that we love.
Right.
To include like horror gaming and maybe not just horror, but just gaming in general.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something that we can do as a byproduct of we'll just post those like whenever we want. Not like, it's not going to be so scheduled like this.
Right. Maybe until we further get into it. But for now, that's one of the goals for 2026 is to start that channel and put some content up there. Because in our free time, we do play, video games, and we do prefer the horror ones. I just bought Silent Hill F. I'm playing through that.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't captured any video yet, but maybe I should.
Yeah.
Just
I don't think we should put it in a box. Like it has to be definitive. Right. I think that's what we want to go for the channel. It's just a gaming channel to whenever we feel like it.
Right.
I mean, we wouldn't be posting like once a year, but it just would be more sporadic than like these episodes.
This channel is the main focus.
This is movies. Like you guys come here, you guys want to see movies, a little bit more detailed. You're probably sitting down, you're more engaged. if you're watching video games, you might be a little bit more engaged,
Mhm.
but it's a little bit laid back.
So we might do that. We will do it, but look forward to that. If you're interested,
Yeah.
we have that option for you. It won't be as consistent, but we'll have content there. So you can look forward to that. You can look forward to more in-depth, I guess, reviews of the bi-weekly episodes, better quality, more formed. We'll have specific segments throughout. It'll be more entertaining. That's our goal for 2026.
Yeah.
So, that's the year going ahead. Let us know your New Year's resolution. What do you want to hope to accomplish in the 2026
What
calendar?
last year's New Year's resolutions did you succeed in?
Yeah, did you succeed in your resolutions or did you not? Let us know. And did you want to buy more physical media movies? Did you want to see more movies in the theater? I assume all of our viewers are mainly horror fans.
Yeah.
Did you expect more horror films to be more horror scary? That's not a resolution, but
Yeah.
whatever.
I know what you mean.
I don't know. Talk about the year. Did you have a good year? Did you wish it was better? Could it have been worse? Are you looking forward to 2026? What do you hope for in the theatrical window of 2026? Let us know everything in the comments below. And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you for subscribing.
Yeah, please subscribe everywhere. And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
No pointing.